Hey everybody, and welcome to The Wrap. I'm David Gillette. Tonight, 10 questions with the Mayor of Duluth, Mr. Don Ness. Mr. Mayor, thanks for being here.
Thank you, David. Good to be here.
So you know the rules, some serious, some not. We'll start with the get to know you. Question number 1, you are driving from Duluth to Two Harbors, scenic route or bypass?
Well, I like the bypass, actually. My wife prefers the scenic route. I guess it just depends on how much I'm in a hurry, but the scenic route is definitely the better choice.
Follow-up question, driving down to the cities, 35, Highway 61, or curveball, Wisconsin 35?
Definitely not Wisconsin 35. I would go 35 as well.
You're about getting things done, I think.
That's right. Very
Speaking of getting things done, I know you asked this a lot, but biggest challenge facing Duluth today?
The age of our infrastructure. You know, we have an old industrial city. It's our street, it's our sewers, and the need for massive investment.
Ongoing challenge.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like whenever people talk about Don Ness, they always talk about approval ratings, because you're the guy who has these astronomical approval ratings. I'm curious, have you ever tried to cash in surplus approval for frequent flyer miles?
Yeah, that's an excellent point, and I've tried, and they just don't care. But I need to put that to good use somehow, and I just haven't figured out how to make that translation.
Free movie tickets, at least. One of my hobbies, Mr. Mayor, in my free time, is I'm really passionate about tracking the literary output of several big city mayors.
Okay, yes.
And I pulled your file today, and I just noticed that recently, an incredible increase. What is this all about?
Yeah, a 100% increase in my book output within the last 2 weeks. The Hillsider, Snapshots of a Curious Political Journey. It's kind of a look at the last 16 years in political life for myself, starting off as a young, naive, idealistic politician to the present day, as well as the story of a transition of a city. You know, Duluth is a very different place today than it was 15 years ago.
And you said a look. That's really a key word, because we have some pictures we can actually show now. This is a very visual book. This isn't hundreds of pages of prose. This is pictures.
Right. It's we call it snapshot essays. So it is 150 essays that are either 1 or 2 pages long, and then 500 full-color pictures featuring some of my favorite photographers and artists. We have original art in there as well.
Yeah, you can keep scrolling through these, Jeff, as we go. We just have a couple images. I love how you wear the nerd T-shirt proudly. You've got a lot of hay out of that T-shirt over the years.
I'm very proud of my status as a nerd.
And one of the stories you told in here that I thought was really revealing was the emotional toll the job was taking on you, especially during the economic downturn. And you said the way you approached that, instead of, you know, kind of putting on the big bluster and the cool facade, you showed a lot of emotional vulnerability, as I think you described it.
Right.
Is that sort of one of your hallmarks?
Yeah, you know, I think there's the political conventional wisdom is to kind of project this invulnerability and kind of infallibility. It's like, I know exactly where we need to go, and here's where we're headed. And I chose a different path. When people attacked me, I would kind of absorb it and kind of try to understand where they were coming from. It took a emotional toll to open yourself up that way, but I think it helped me make a better connection with the citizens of Duluth.
You ready for the challenge round?
All right, let's do it.
Let's bring in our friends. Mr. Mayor, I want to introduce you to Tom's coming on first, Jim Crone in black, and Laura Hammerback, who all work here at TPT. So here's the challenge. You grew up in Duluth, right?
Yes.
One of these fine crew members was born and raised in Duluth.
Okay.
I want to know if you can guess, just by physical appearance, they're not mic'd, but you can engage a little bit. Who is the born and bred Duluthian?
Okay. I would say Laura.
Why did you guess that?
She just has that, you know, Duluth glow to her.
That's very generous. But Laura, that's not true, correct?
No. Actually, I'm a ranger, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Close enough. It is actually Jim Crone right
All
here.
right, Jim.
Proud Duluthian. All right, thanks, you guys. So we have Duluth roots here down in the cities, too. Hardest part of holding a leadership position. We have 2 questions left.
Okay. Oh, that was the question.
For you, yeah. Hardest part of holding a leadership position.
You know, disappointing your friends. And there are times when you know what's best for your community, but in making that decision, you're going to anger or disappoint people that you know and respect and in some cases love, and just coming to terms with that. That was very difficult.
Final question, as you wrap up office, if Duluth forced you, and I know you might not want to do this yourself, but if Duluth forced you to name something after yourself,
okay.
what in Duluth would you want it to be? You have to do it.
Well, you know, I have a beer named after me, so I think that's pretty appropriate.
Gonna stick with the beer?
I'll stick with the beer.
Well, Mayor Ness, thanks so much as always for your time.
Thanks, David.
That's time we have the wrap. We'll see you next week.